we are here, and what I believe is the most amazing journey that a man or a woman could take, especially during this very critical time that the world is facing. And some of you may say, well, what do you mean, Dr. Helen or Coach Helen or just Helen? What do you mean that the world could be facing? What I simply mean is that, the world is facing something, but it's going on around us here because we have truly been able to be boxed inside of a safe haven. We've been truly been able to be blessed and covered to have a product system that safeguards your health. And it is so true. One of our mantras is that Sankey Global will reverse, recover, and restore any and every challenge that you might be facing in your health. Because our product system truly works 100% of the time with 100% of the people. So I'm asked often, why Sankey? Why now? Now more than ever before. I don't know why. Maybe it's because I came out of my box and I let people know that my flag is in the ground and I plan to be here and retire with Sankey Global. And so when I made that statement very boldly, I guess there was a few CEOs and a few VPs of companies. They started to come after me and say, hey, we need you over here. We didn't even know you were coming back into the industry. If we had known that, we would have certainly offered you a position similar or that position as Chief Sales Marketing Officer for our company. We know your pedigree, we know your track record, we know your portfolio. We know all about you, that you've been able to help 33 families become first-time millionaires. We know you've built an organization of over 800,000 people. We know your background before you even got involved with network marketing. And we know that you've had a successful career run. But what we did not know is that you would come back after the battle and the fight with breast cancer. So some of you may know my story and some of you don't. But why Sankey, why now? It's because in Sankey, I found me again. I found me again as I was processing and making the decision if I wanted to marry Sankey and allow Sankey to marry me. See, this is a covenant relationship with myself and Sankey Global. And it started with a man named Mr. Jose Ovida. I met him about 7 years ago in a former opportunity that's very similar. It's very similar to this, as in the perspective of health and wellness. And also that opportunity, like this one, was very unique. It was instant gratification. The products were wild products. The products did some amazing things, and it caused people to experience things in their health for the better, transformations. And in meeting him in that opportunity, and I never thought I would find anything better than where I was at. But that just goes to show you that just because you're in a situation today and you think that situation is good and maybe your last run, don't ever discount what God is doing in your life. Because I believe that even the delays that you may be feeling right now, a delay is not a denial. So when breast cancer came knocking at my door in 2018, with 7% chance to live with a 3-month-old baby, 3 months in my womb, because I was in my first trimester. So all of these things were certainly staged as a death sentence. All of these things were certainly a denial to man's opinion. And really just discounting me out, saying, hey, she's done for the count. I don't know how she's going to get through this, especially being that the facts is that no woman on my mother's side at that time had lived to see their 59th birthday. All of them dying from cancer, and some of them dying from cancer and heart disease, and then also plagued with diabetes. So it was a trinity combination that plagued my family on my mother's side. And so I always knew that it could be a possibility, because as a young girl at 15 years young, I had a bout, but it was only in stage, it wasn't even in stage 1. It was not even there yet, but it was still cancer nonetheless. And that was cervical cancer. And going through that, I always knew that it was a possibility. But after they did a procedure at 15 years young, I felt like, you know what, it'll never come back. And I always walked in a tremendous amount of faith, the faith that my grandmother bestowed in my life, the principles that she taught me each and every day. And so meeting this gentleman back 7 years ago, going through the breast cancer, him reaching out to me, And that just really made me feel special because I knew that people were reaching out, but I knew that people were reaching out for a hidden agenda. I knew that people were reaching out for commissionship and not true covenantship relationship. And that's what I needed in my life because I had made up my mind that number one, I would live and not die. Number two, I made up my mind that I was healed from breast cancer. Didn't know how it was going to happen, but I had to believe each and every day that my death sentence was not coming in 2018. Now, I know eventually we all have to die, just like we all have to live. But also in this coronavirus, how it parallels so much is because I made up my mind when they gave the sentence, meaning the government, you have to stay in your home and you have to distance yourself. Just because you have to distance doesn't mean you have to disconnect. And what I love so much about Sankey Global is it causes me to connect again, but first connecting with myself, reinventing myself. As I began to battle for 20 months with breast cancer and I rolled over to 2019, all of these opportunities was on in front of me for Sankey Global. And at that time, I didn't know if I could do it again. Can I be very transparent tonight? I did not know if I could build the ginormic organization and movement that I have created several times. I stopped believing in me. I stopped seeing me. And then one day after, Mr. Avita had reached out to me several times and he just presented something that I had to really pray about. And I left him many messages, 17-minute, 20-minute messages, about my journey because I knew that after this, after breast cancer, I knew that I had a greater platform and a calling. And as long as I could tell my life story, the testimonies of how God has elevated me through all of the trials and tribulations, and as long as I could inspire people and really share the good news of health and wellness and marry all of those gifts and talents, then I said to Mr. Avita that this could be my home. But the moment that I can't be myself, the moment that I can't share my story about breast cancer, the moment that I can't share my story about being born 2 pounds, 3 ounces addicted to crack, a mother, a prostitute, my father, her pimp, the moment that I have to stop sharing my testimony about being dyslexic and stuttering and being labeled as mentally retarded and riding a short bus to school, being in learning disability classes, having my first child at 13 years young, and also, going into a marriage at 17 years young, beaten into a pulp. As long as I can tell that true story, then I can be me and free to be me in this company, then you have a lifer. And so for me, ladies and gentlemen, when I say why Sankey, why now, it's because I can be me. And so many men and women are living, but they're not alive. I know what that feels like. I know what it is to be stuck in a box. I know what it is to get life-changing, altering news, and you'd be so discombobulated, you don't know whether to scratch or watch or wind your behind. I know what it is to scratch and claw and look for money and be in the food line looking for just somebody to give you some cheese or some rice or some bread. I know what that is. I know what it is to make $11 million in network marketing. So I know what it is to be on the mountaintop, but I also know what it is to be and live in the valley moments. I know what it is to use a food stamp card. I know what it is to be on Medicaid, meaning state assistance after being a multimillionaire. I know what it is to ride in $200,000 vehicles, but I also know what it is to watch the tow truck take them away one by one. I know what it is to be in a happy marriage. I know what it is to be in a broken one. I know what it is to feel like, God, what is it that you would have me to do with my life? I know what it is to slide down in a closet drunk and wanting to commit suicide. I know what it is to want to live and preach the gospel and not feel good enough, not feel that you're valued enough, not feel that you can do it again. So when I say why Sankey, why now, it's deeper than what you would even imagine why I'm here, why I'm planted here, why that even though the world is facing a crisis all around us, that I can't allow anything to go within us. So it is my job as a midwife. See, a midwife is not a man nor a woman. A midwife is a person that will help you to press and to persevere and to pray, but more so to press and to push and to birth that very thing that's on the inside of you called life. Life is on the inside of you, but life is just life when you're not living. If you're not living and you're not giving, then you really have nothing. And it reminded me being here at Sankey, who I am, and more importantly, who I'm not. It reminded me of all my gifts and my talents that are still left to give to the world. So some of you tonight, after listening to this Lifestyle Connect, which is very unique, it's a very unique one because I was in a quiet place most of the day. And I was praying and preparing because for me, this is ministry. This is not just me getting up here and doing a presentation. This is me having a conversation, and that hopefully I lead someone to believing in themselves again. Hopefully after tonight, I lead someone into believing in something that's bigger than yourself again. And so why Sankey? Why now? I could talk on and on and on. Now let's get to the products, okay? So the products have been amazing for me. I'd always wondered, like many of you, you can go back to the other slide. I always wondered, like many of you, how do the Asians, they look like they're 55, but if you just spend a little time with them, you'll find out they're like 105, right? Or they're like 120. I'm like, oh my God, what is the freaking secret? And the irony in all of it is my godfather was from Thailand. Okay. And my grandmother met him in the armed forces. She was in the Air Force for 28 years. And so she picked him to be my godfather. And so long story short, and his name was Tati. And I would always look at him from afar. And when he was at that time at 5, I think he was like in his 70s, but he literally looked like he was in his 30s. And so I always wondered, how do they live 100 plus? How do they live not only 100 plus, but they live healthy? Because see, my prayer is that I'm 100 plus, but I don't want to be 100 plus in a diaper. I don't know about you. I don't want to be 100 plus struggling with diabetes and high blood pressure, right? And cancer and depression and lupus and thyroid. And so when I got serious about the products, when I started to take the products every single day, okay? Because there's a difference when you're playing with the products, and I'm known to dibble and dabble in things, okay? Because I get so many people reaching out to me, hey, try this. I want you to be the face of this. I want you to be the voice of this. And so over the years, after I was involved in network marketing, as a professional networker, then I started consulting for companies, and then it began the whole try this, try that. So you start dibbling and dabbling, especially in weight loss products. How many of y'all got to struggle with your weight? It goes up and it comes down. It goes up, it comes down. Well, the older you get, as in 40 plus, the 40 plus club, your weight will go up and it'll stay up. And so when I got serious about it, the things that I personally experienced is water retention was gone. So when I would fly a lot, which would be 3-4 times a week, okay, I would land and my face would be like a bullfrog, right? My neck, everything was swollen, okay? And no matter how much water I would drink, I would be very swollen. So I learned that through testimonies, hearing testimonies, that it will reverse inflammation issues. It will reverse plaque buildup. It will reverse people that suffer with constipation. That was me. I could sometimes go, and I'm not trying to be, disgusting, but I want to be very transparent tonight so you can understand the power in the Sankey product system that will reverse, recover, and restore, that works 100% of the time with 100% of the people. So I would go sometime 10 days, 2 weeks without having a bowel movement. Now, many of y'all are like, oh my God, but I promise you, 9 out of 10 people do not go to the restroom every day. Many of them go days and days. So they need to what? Detox. And so what I love about our flagship product, Bellage, we'll get to it in a minute. But you can go ahead and go up. That's fine. The Bellage is a product that has helped me along with the Inner 7. It has helped me to alkaline my body, number one, but it's a major detoxer for me. So I can eat some crackers and I'm going to the bathroom, period, point blank, in a discussion. And it's not to the point where it has cramps, because I've tried things over the years. Not only did I cramp, but sometimes occasionally I would actually bleed. And so I love the fact that it's calming. It's very sensitive to my intestines. And how many of you know that most of the diseases, most of the things that can kill you, it starts in your what? Digestive system, right? It starts in the gut. Okay. That's how, people are like, oh, I got colon cancer. Well, duh, you're not pooping. So of course you're gonna have colon cancer and everything else kind of cancer. And so I love the fact that it's been able to reverse that for me. Two other testimonies, and then I want to bring a few people on that have some powerful testimonies. You're going to hear from even a millennial tonight. So it's not too late to even invite some people on, because we're going to be sharing some testimonies, and then we're going to close it out with how you can profit right from your mobile phone with a very simple system by just bringing 3 people on, and you'll make $100. And I'm not talking about business partners. I'm talking about just 3 people to shop with you. So, there's also my testimony is that every time I would get pregnant, and I have 9 children, okay, believe it or not, I know that's hard to believe. And matter of fact, when I stand up, it's going to be even harder to believe. Yep, 9 children. Yep, 9 children. I don't have any type of girdle on or anything like that. All right. And so, and I've birthed out of my 9 children, I've birthed 7 of them. Okay. So that's pretty amazing, right? And so the products have reversed my age. I go out all the time, and people are always asking me, oh my God, you have such an amazing glow. Oh my God, how old are you? Is that your son? Like, really? When did you have him? When you were 9? Nope, 13. And then the eyes get really big. But, I had some issues with dark circles, puffiness, and the product system has allowed me to take 10 years off. Okay. Also diabetes, high blood pressure. I was on insulin. I was on medication for high blood pressure. I'm no longer on any of those type of medications. So I'm really blessed that that's one of my testimonies, because everybody, I'm not saying that everyone's going to have that testimony, but what I am saying is the product system works 100% of the time with 100% of the people. And so it's amazing detoxer, so that it goes to the cellular level. It's amazing for me that it's also allowed my hair to grow back, because on the edges of my hairline, it was starting to thin out because of all of the medications that I was on for 20 months, 16 pills to be exact. Towards the end of it, I had to add one more to it for depression. So I was on a lot of medications, and I've always had a beautiful grade of hair, beautiful. Okay, so you're not going to hear from me saying, oh, the products is the reason why my hair. No. I've always naturally had beautiful, thick, curly, long hair down to my waist. Okay. So when I wore extensions, it was only by choice, because I'm kind of lazy about doing my hair. And so, it was just easier for me. But now what I've noticed is, like, I took my extensions out about 3 weeks ago, and I noticed that my hair, listen to this, I think I got my hair sewn in, it was the week of Christmas. Okay, listen to this. When I took my hair out, my hair grew 4 inches. So when those testimonies kept coming in about your hair growing 1 inch to 2 inches every month, that is true. So if you're looking to get your hair to grow back and thicker and alopecia issues, you're looking to be younger. If you've been suffering with diabetes, okay, some of you have maybe even had a scheduled surgery, because I know many people that have scheduled surgery for a foot or leg or finger to get cut off, or a toe. And after being on the product system, they cancel surgery, and some of them are no longer even on insulin. That's powerful, guys. I mean, I could go on and on and on. But what I want to do is I want to roll over to New York City, because I have a young lady who has many incredible testimonies, but tonight she's going to share one for you. Queen Giselle Johnny, are you here?
Queen Dr. Helen, can you hear me?
I am absolutely here. So Queen Giselle Johnny is a marketplace minister. She's very resilient. She speaks with passion, and she has compassion for everybody that she runs into. She's someone that speaks with truth, and I admire her so much, and I honor her. So I asked her to jump on tonight to share a 2-minute testimony about how the Sankey system impacted her life and transformed it forever. Queen Giselle, take us away.
Great night again, everyone. Firstly, I just want to really say thank you for such great leaders like Queen Dr. Helen. Thank you for taking a chance on a total stranger, for inviting me and getting me to Florida. Thank you to Queen Rhonda for spending 9 days to help me get my life and body back. And I'm just going to look at the time to make sure I don't cross 2 minutes because it's so much. My heart is so filled with gratitude, I can almost cry. And I just want to say quickly, and my brother-in-law is on the line. There's a lot of people that know me. I have journey pioneers. They know the journey that I've had. I was born with heart complications. I had a weakened heart muscle. Last July, I had a blood clot. I had a syncope, that's the blood pooling in my legs, wearing compression stockings. And I also had a large thyroid goiter blocking the oxygen for going to my brain. And if my voice is cracking up, it's just because it's really, really, I've been reflecting and just listening and just thinking about how grateful I am tonight as I listen to Dr. Helen and as I listen to everyone else. And so she took a chance on me, and also Queen Rhonda. I was not a networker. To me, I had no business being in Florida, but it was the grace of God and these two great women that took the chance to get me there. And guys, after 20 minutes of having the Bellage, I knew my life was going to change. I knew it was the thread of hope that I was holding on to for change to come. And I didn't just get my health back. Before I left Florida, I said, I want to be an ambassador for this brand. And today I'm humbled and grateful for all the lives I've been able to touch because of these great leaders. And just lately, I had to battle with the coronavirus. When I sent in the symptoms I was having like 3 weeks ago, and it confirmed that it was COVID symptoms, guys. And I'm going to be real with you. I have a minute again. The stools having a lot of blood in it. You could hardly breathe. It was difficult to take one breath, constant coughing. It was just really, really a lot. You know, thoughts start crossing your mind, no matter how much faith you have. And so I'm a very private person, but when I need to be open because other people's life will be touched, I do what I gotta do. And so I reached out to two great leaders and I asked them, what should I do? This is what is happening. It's confirmed. And they said to me, use the Crenouille, the Bellage, the Inner 7 in hot water. And guys, in 5 days, the virus totally disappeared. The symptoms totally disappeared. I'm talking about not being able to eat for 5 days. I'm talking about no sense of smell, no sense of taste. And you just can't believe it unless you go through this. But I am grateful to be able to help people who are going through this right now. And so I want to say thank you again for the opportunity to share. And guys, use this opportunity to change lives. That's what it's about. And the money will come and your life will change. And close by saying, King Corey told us to look at some great leaders, and I did that. And I saw something recently Zig Ziglar said, if you help people get what they want, you'll get what you want. So thank you for all those who've helped me gotten to this point, and I'm going to go continue touching other lives. Thank you, Dr. Helen. God bless you and love you.
Wow, wow, wow. That's an incredible, heartfelt testimony. I had to get up and get some tissue. You got me over here getting very emotional, and I can't do that tonight. I got to get through this call. But thank you so much for sharing. Really, thank you so much for being yourself, being you. And so I want to roll over to Jamaica. I'm not sure if she was able to log on because, from my understanding, there's been a country emergency that has happened in Jamaica tonight. But I have a great deal of honor and respect, and I don't see her on the line, but I hope that she was able to log on. But a young lady who journeyed here to Florida as well back in November when we kicked off our pre-launch that we're still in as a company. Just so grateful to be here, I tell you. And so we are pre-launching. We haven't officially launched, but even in the pre-launch, she is kicking butt and taking names. Building. She's always our number one recruiter. She's making good money. But more importantly, she's changing a lot of lives. And so I would want to say ministry connected us. I don't think it was business. I think it was the heart and the love for Jesus Christ that connected she and I. And I believe she appreciated the fact that even though we're not a religious company by no means, but we're a faith-filled, purpose-filled company. And we allow people to be themselves, and we meet people right where they're at. And we really express the culture of making sure people understand and believe and experience that they're valued, appreciated, respected, loved, and they're safe to bring their gift and their talents and their anointing here. So when she decided to journey with us as an ambassador, just brought my heart great joy. Do I have on the line Dr. Yvonne Monroe?
Yes, Dr. Helen, I'm here.
Awesome. Well, Dr. Yvonne Monroe has many testimonies, ladies and gentlemen, but tonight she's going to share one with you just for a few moments. And then we've got one more testimony, and then we're going to go ahead and talk about how you too can maximize and capitalize off of this incredible opportunity here in Sankey Global. Dr. Queen Yvonne Monroe from Kingston, Jamaica, take us away.
Yes, good evening, everyone. I just want to share this testimony about a diabetic male who came to one of our lifestyle connects in Jamaica. He's diabetic and he has complications of the diabetes in his feet, nerves being damaged. And so whenever he walks, he has a lot of pain. He really does not enjoy walking. And so he came to the presentation and he got some bellage because we were sharing the bellage for persons to try it. And he admitted that by the time the meeting ended, the pain had gone. And so he was able to walk freely down the stairs without any hindrances. And yes, I just want to endorse these products that they really do what they say they do, helping 100% of the people 100% of the time. And yes, these products are revolutionary. And I'm really grateful and thank you for inviting me to that meeting in November to share these wonderful products. And so, yes, I just logged right on and wanting to change people's lives. So thank you, Dr. Helen.
Wow, thank you so much, Dr. Yvonne Monroe. And she is a medical doctor, by the way. And so to have someone of her caliber on with us, we are forever blessed. So again, thank you for serving. I want to roll over to Florida really quickly. I have a millennial on tonight that wants to share a testimony. And let me preference this testimony because it's mind blowing, especially with, again, everything that's going on with this coronavirus. People are really in a place where they're contemplating many things. And what I'm most proud about here at Sankey Global is that we can provide a platform for those that have been laid off, for those that have been given notice that a layoff is coming. And so it's real out here and people are being affected. But to know that people can come here and just give 10 hours a week, 15 hours a week, part-time, but they can make full-time money. That's powerful. But not only while they're making that full-time money, they can safeguard their health from all of these viruses that are roaming around. And so I want to bring somebody on that's dear and near to me. She decided that she wanted to have a career as a flight attendant. So on her journey as a flight attendant, she's been calling me and saying, hey, do you know how many flight attendants and pilots are dying from the coronavirus? It's horrible. And matter of fact, the carrier that she works for is the #1 lead in all of the incidents that's been happening. And so you don't hear about a lot of those things on the news. They try to keep it cover up because they want us to stay stuck and stay in a place where of scarcity. And then also they want to control the economy. So if they started to tell you that all these flight attendants had it, then you would definitely not want to fly, right? Or you wouldn't want to fly because the pilot, right, may go into respiratory arrest or something. So with that being said, I want to bring her onto the line as she shares with you a little bit from her world as a flight attendant and how the product system of Sankey Global has protected her and the crew that she started with as a flight attendant. Do I have Angel Delahoussaye on the line?
Hello, hello, can you hear me?
I can hear you just fine. Take us away.
Hello, hello, everybody. First thing, good evening. I hope everybody is staying safe and staying home. I want to thank you, Dr. Helen Delahoussaye, for bringing me on and allowing me to speak and giving me a couple of minutes. And I also want to thank you all for listening to me tonight, as I just want to share a couple things off my heart. Um, as Dr. Helen Delahoussaye did say, I am a flight attendant. I have been working the last couple months, and my biggest thing is I get sick easily. So, of course, I ask my mom all the time, hey, what's a new vitamin? What's a new this? What's a new that I can take where I'll be okay and I won't get this or I won't get that? Because getting sick in the air is a real thing. There's a lot of flight attendants that get sick all the time just from going up and down in the air a couple times a week. So I didn't want any of that to happen to me. So she would tell me, hey, get this, get vitamin E, get these things, but definitely don't forget to double down on your Balage and your Inner 7. So I took her advice. I said, let me start doing this because I don't want to get sick. I don't want anything to happen to me. So I started taking my Balage. I started taking my Inner 7. And I started to notice that other people were getting sick around me, but I wasn't getting sick. A lot of people were calling off from work. A lot of people were going home for a week or so because they just were getting sick. So, of course, coronavirus decided to come out and put everybody in their home. And I had to still continue to work until the end of the month. I didn't get sick. And then a lot of my coworkers, I didn't want them to get sick, so I gave them products. I gave them enough to keep them safe for when they are working and even when they're not working. And the people that I have kept in contact with, none of them have been sick so far. And I even have given products to people who are still working because not everybody could take the leave. Some people still had to continue working, continue getting their hours. And these are people that come in contact with coronavirus or anybody that's on a plane in general every day. And they're still safe and they're still flying and working. So I want to say this, these products are real. Don't take this lightly, everything that's going on. Protect yourself. If you have the opportunity to do so, protect yourself, protect others, protect your family members, do what you have to do because this thing is real. This thing is killing people and it's taking people's loved ones. So do what you have to do to protect yourself and protect others. And these products are definitely the way to go. So I want to say thank you again for giving me a minute to speak. And I hope you guys have a great evening. And I know this is going to be a great call.
Thank you so much, Miss Angel Delahoussaye. And so we were going to do our best tonight to keep it in cognito. But she, as I always knew she was going to, she was like, and my mom. So, but yes, that is my daughter. I'm very proud of her. And she's out doing her speed walking tonight. That's why she sounds out of breath. But she's like, no, even though I'm doing my speed walking, I'm definitely going to share my testimony. I want to share my testimony. And one thing that she didn't share that I wish she had, but by the way, great testimony, Angel, but you know, I'm going to critique you as mom, not chief sales marketing officer. But she didn't share the testimony of how much weight she's lost. People know that, you know, we're a little thick in our family. Okay. And she wanted to tone up and she's like, Mom, I do not want to be looking like I've had kids and I'm only 21. Okay. And so when she found out the combination of products that you could lose 1 to 3, 4 pounds, some cases in a day, you know, at night while you're sleeping, which is our Crew, one of our most popular products, you know, and she takes that Crew at night. In the beginning, she was doubling up on the Crew because she was that serious and she was taking her sake for a meal supplement, right? And so she's lost, I want to say about 17, 18 pounds. And more importantly, she's kept the weight off. So tonight, I hope that there's something that you've heard, you know, as you make a decision, because by now you should be making the decision that no matter what, at the end of this call, I need to get with the person that invited me so that I can get the link to at least get the product system delivered to me within the next 2 days so I can safeguard myself and my entire family, my friends, and all the people that you say you love and you care for. Okay, so that's the least thing that you got to do. You owe that to yourself, to build your immune system up so much till the fact of the matter that you know you will get through this. You'll be able to tell your story after this, and this will be a definite time where you will have learned so much, and more importantly, what you're made of. I believe all this is happening for a reason. And people ask me all the time, why are you always smiling? Why are you always in a good, good spirits? Because I believe that this too shall pass, and it's going to pass sooner than many people predict. But I believe after this, we're going to be stronger, wiser, and better for it, because we're always better together. So Sankey Global has an incredible, lucrative compensation plan. And if we can roll over to that, and I did miss some slides on purpose, but we had a lot of testimonies, and typically our Lifestyle Connects only go about 30 minutes. But tonight, I want to spend a little bit of time with you and love on you. And now I have the honor and the privilege to bring a gentleman on the line that really needs no introduction, because he's been in this industry for over 2 decades. But he doesn't look like it, okay? He's a former NFL player. He's someone that has a tremendous amount of experience as a business owner, entrepreneur extraordinaire, and not only just to own and operate businesses, but to have successful businesses, okay? So he just has a natural gift and knack and ability and stability to connect with people. So he's quite the connector and the influencer. He and his lovely family live in Dallas, Texas. He is someone that I have watched over the years and looked at him from afar and always admired him, always admired his work ethic, his passion, and just his zeal, for life, but more importantly, for living, for living an incredible life. And so when I was deciding who would be the foundation that would spearhead Sankey Global Movement, the year of the do, double economic wealth, Vision 2020, he was one of the first people that came to mind. And so I was honored when he and his wife said yes, and his family, because it's truly a family affair here at Sankey Global, because your family does matter and your voice does matter. So I want to go ahead and get out of the way of greatness and bring my colleague, a mentor to the masses of people that are there, men and women all over the world. Also a journey pioneer, a co-founder here of Sankey Global, an ambassador of Sankey Global, and he is many people's friend. He's also my friend, and he is also my family. So King Tim Trahan, sir, are you there?
There we go. Can you hear me?
We can hear you just fine, sir. Take it away.
All right. Thank you. I had muted myself out. I wanted to make sure that I didn't interrupt. Thank you once again, Dr. Helen. It is my honor and my pleasure to be able to share this call with you. Listen, guys, when I tell you that Dr. Helen is probably one of the top producers in this industry, if not the best. I'm telling you that not as her cousin, but as somebody that actually watched her do what she's done for so many years. And she is so humble. She would never say this about herself, but she's the creator of millionaires, guys. When you're talking about somebody that's created, it's one thing to become a millionaire. It's another thing to teach one person how to do it, but to teach 33 other families how to become first-time millionaires, 26 of which she didn't even know prior to the industry. That's what you call true leadership. And it is truly my honor to follow in the footsteps of greatness. So once again, thank you for allowing me to journey with you on this awesome business opportunity. Thank you once again. Guys, listen, when I tell you, you are absolutely in the right place at the right time. I couldn't be more excited to be able to share this awesome opportunity with you guys. I'm not going to be long, but what I do want to do is be impactful. So I want to share with you real briefly about the 12 ways to win in an awesome opportunity. And if my voice sounds a little cracky, it's because I'm so humbled because of the testimonies that I've heard. And not only is this company impacting so many other families, guys, it's impacted mine. And it's just an honor to be able to share this opportunity with you. So let's jump into it, guys. 12 ways to win. And I just want to share a few with you guys. I'm not going to share all 12, but what I can say about this, guys, we have what we like to call a stairway to success. And I'm going to just share with you how this stairway to success actually works, guys. So when we talk about the stairway to success, the first step in that success process is actually customers, guys. I've learned this in business a long time ago. No customers, no business. So the first thing we're going to teach you how to do is to acquire customers. And if you guys were on the training prior to the call with Miss Fabi and King Corey Williams and Queen Fabi, then you know that customers is essential to actually growing a business. So the first thing we want to do is show you how to acquire those customers. That's step one, right? Step two in the process is to show you how to build a team. So we're going to show you how to do that as well. And building a team is all about building leverage, guys. So listen, I was taught a long time ago, no leverage, no life. So if you don't have leverage, you don't have life. It's what I like to call the J. Paul Getty effect. J. Paul Getty said it best a long time ago. He said that he'd rather have 1% of 100 people's efforts than to rely on 100% of his own. So we're going to show you how to do that as well. That's that team building. The third step is the network, guys. We're going to teach you how to build a network. And if you think about any successful business in the world today, it's all about the network, right? Think about the NBA. Okay, they are one of the most successful businesses out there because of the network. It's called the NBA network, right? Major League Baseball has one. So does the NFL, right? They all build networks. That's why they're able to pay those multi-million-dollar salaries to athletes, okay? So that's what we're going to talk about as well, building that network. Oprah Winfrey has one. It's called OWN, and so does Jeff Bezos, right? It's called Amazon. So we're going to show you how to build the network. And then that last step is leadership. We're going to show you how to build leadership. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share some information with you real quick that talks about those 4 steps. So the first one is the customer base that we like to talk about. And I like to lump the first 3 together as one, right? And it's called retail power, right? That's just buy low, sell high. So we're going to show you how to retail product if you choose to do so. We have an awesome retail program that the person that invited you on can share that with you. The second step is the customer online profits 10 to 40% there, right? And that's real easy. We're in a click and order society, guys. Everybody wants immediate gratification. Okay, they want to be able to have business done as quickly as possible. All right, so we're going to show you how to do that. Okay, and that's through customer online profits. Send your link out. They can click on that link and actually order those products. Okay, and then free auto ship every 3, and it's free. So what does that mean, guys? Every time we build our customer base in increments of 3, the company is going to send you free product, right? So guess what we can do with that free product? If it's free, guys, we could sell that product at 100% profit by offering the suggested retail price, right? We're getting it for free. We retail the product. We make 100% profit, okay? So that's 1, 2, and 3 together, what I like to call the first area, right? That's that customer base that we talked about. That's acquiring customers. And then we have number 4 here is the first order bonus. Guys, this is huge. This is probably the highest in the industry. So you're gonna earn 90% of the points that's generated by an initial order. So if it's a order that generates 100 points, you're gonna make $90, guys. $90. If it's an order that generates 200 points, that's 180. 400 points, that's 360. Okay, 360 bucks. So 90% first order bonus, second level, an additional 10%. That's huge, right? And then that network that we're talking about, that team building, that's the star structure, guys. All we're doing is teaching you how to be a star, create rising star, which is called our Shinsei bonus program. And it's super simple, guys. 3 customers, 2 success partners, and you're going to earn anywhere from 500 to above 1,300 bucks every time you do that, right? Listen to what I just said. 5 people, 3 of which are customers, 2 of which are success partners. You're gonna earn anywhere from 500 to above 1,300 bucks by doing that, right? That's our Rising Star program. But my favorite here, in addition to everything else, but my absolute favorite is that number 8, the 25% matching bonus, right? Just imagine this, guys. You go to work tomorrow, if we could go to work tomorrow, and your boss tells you that they're going to pay you 25% of everybody that you personally know on the job. They're going to give you 25% of their salary. That would be a fantastic thing, right? I would just start making friends just so I can earn that 25%, right? But here, how does it work here with us? Super simple. Every time you personally introduce somebody to the business, guess what's going to happen, guys? You're going to earn 25% of their bonus, right? Just because we introduce good people who introduce good people. So let me explain to you how it works. Let's say you know me, Tim. I'm in Texas, right? I'm here in Grand Prairie, Texas, and I go out and I say I want to generate $1,000 for the week for my family. Well, guess what the company's going to do? They're going to send you a thank you bonus, right? A 250 bucks based off of my effort of earning $1,000, not for you, but $1,000 for me and my family. Well, let's just say we do $10,000 for the month. Okay, 10,000 for the month, guys. You're gonna earn 2,500 based on that 10,000. Okay, that is absolutely huge, but it gets even better, right? Because not only do you know me, you know other people like me, right? But let's dig a little deeper. Okay, so let's say I'm Tim. I'm in Texas. I might know Helen, who's down in Houston, right? She's in Texas as well. But guess what? I'm gonna earn $10,000 for the month for my family. Helen's gonna earn $10,000 for the month for her family. So in addition to the 2,500 that I earn, that you earn from me, you're gonna earn an additional 10% from Helen. Well, guess what? You don't know Helen in Houston. You just know me, Tim, in Texas. Well, let's go even further. Let's say you know Corey in Colorado. Well, Corey in Colorado, he goes out and he does the same thing. He makes $10,000 for him and his family for the month. You're going to earn an additional 2,500 from Corey. But guess what? Corey also knows Oliver, who might be in Orlando. You don't know Oliver in Orlando. You just know Corey in Colorado. Just like you don't know Helen in Houston. You just know me, Tim, in Grand Prairie, Texas. But every time we go out and we generate money or income for ourselves and our family, you're going to earn a thank you bonus from the company. Now, that's absolutely fantastic. And I don't generally make guarantees in this business, but I'm going to make this one guarantee here tonight, that it'll come a time that you will not understand your check, but guess what? You're going to spend it anyway, right? That's just the absolute fantastic thing that our company is doing for folks. And it's just huge, right? So let's talk a little bit more about the residual income, right? We got residual bills in our life, so we need residual income. So listen, super, super huge, guys. The power of beach money. So we're talking about acquiring customers. Remember the first thing I said, no customers, no business, right? So you get 50 customers, guys, on a 2-product order, you're gonna earn $1,250 residual income, okay? As that business continues to grow to 100 customers, it's gonna be 2,500. And then as it goes to 150, it's gonna get even better at 3,750. And then as you get 200 customers, 5,000. Let's just say it's 400 customers, that's 10,000, guys. So we're telling you residual income based on customer acquisition. Our company is 100% about acquiring new customers, in addition to showing you how to build leveraged income, right? But customers is the cornerstone of building big business, right? Let's just say that you're a McDonald's franchise owner, right? It says billions served daily on that McDonald's marquee. Why does it say that, guys? You're not going to make money just based on the franchises that you're going to build. You're going to make millions based on the customers that's buying those Big Macs, right? We're the same way. You're going to make millions based on the customers that you continue to acquire through this business, okay? The power of 6, easy, it's simple, and it's fun, right? You own Autoship plus 6 customers, guys. That's 500 bucks, right? As you continue to grow, for 4 journey pioneers, that's people that decided that they want to lock arms with you, each having 6 customers, guys, that's an additional 3,000, right? So you go out, you duplicate yourself. The people that you introduce, your success partners, go out and get customers as well. You're going to earn an additional $3,000 there, right? That's going to make you a super bronze in this company. It's absolutely fantastic, right? Build a living legacy is super huge, guys. We got 4 different product packs that we have. Our lowest is $159. You could go up to $299. Our midpoint is $299, then $599. And then our most lucrative pack, if you will, that's going to give you the most bang for your buck or the most product to be able to offer is $1,099. And the reason why that's important is just this, guys. You want to make sure that you have enough inventory to be able to run a successful business. So what do I mean by that, right? Super, super simple, guys. Enough inventory to run a successful business. You wouldn't go into McDonald's franchise and just have enough food to last you through breakfast. You want enough food to last you to be able to serve as many customers as possible throughout the course of the day. Same thing here, guys. Get in where you fit in, but definitely get into where you have the actual inventory that you need to be successful. So Sankey Global, guys, Dr. Helen said it best: reverse, recover, restore. We're showing you how to do that in your health as well as your finances. And let me tell you this, guys, the only difference between wealthy people and people that never seem to make it on the other side of income is real simple. Super, super simple. Wealthy people do one thing different than people that never become wealthy. They're quick to make a decision. They're slow to change their mind. So what does that mean? That means they see an opportunity. They grab a hold to the opportunity, and there's virtually nothing you can do that'll allow them to change their mind because they see the value in the opportunity. Well, people who never seem to make it to the other side of wealth are the exact opposite. And what I mean by that is they're slow to make a decision and they're quick to change their mind, right? Slow to make a decision, quick to change their mind. So let's be that first person, guys. We saw an awesome opportunity here tonight, whether it's for you to become a customer and take advantage and protect yourself and your family with the awesome products that we have, or whether it's an opportunity for you to generate substantial income for your family. Either way, guys, we look forward to working with you, look forward to helping you. I like to say, God bless, take care, take charge. Everybody have a blessed evening. Thank you.
Hey, hey, hey. Oh my God. That was absolutely amazing, amazing, amazing. And we're going to keep it rolling for those that want to stay on. We're having an inaugural bilingual in 60 seconds. We're going to start our Lifestyle Connect. So guys, prayers